All right, guys, so I haven't done a What is Coaching call or Zoom in a while just because I just had a baby. And for those of you who are moms, you totally get that chaos. But I wanted to be able to, share this with all of you guys. So thank you so much for giving me a little bit of your time on this lunch hour to listen to my story. I promise I'm going to keep it short and sweet. And my goal is to really help you guys leave the Zoom, or if you're listening from the phone, with a little bit of an aha moment or, understanding of what Beachbody coaching is and whether or not it's something that you would want to do in your life. I first want to ask you a couple questions before I dive in, though. So I want to know, do you really enjoy what you're doing with your life right now? Like if you had to say, my full-time job is fulfilling and I get excited in the morning to get up and go to work and I never want to go home at night. Like, do you feel like that? Because I remember when I first had my first full-time job, which you'll hear a little bit about, I did not feel that way. I did not feel that way, and I hated having someone tell me what to do. I was young, but I still wanted to be able to control my own lifestyle and my own hours and do things on my own time without having other people tell me what to do. Okay. And I think maybe you might be sitting there thinking, yeah, but that's not possible. It is possible. It is possible. It's just having to take a leap of faith to do something that can create that kind of lifestyle for you. Okay. If you don't have a job right now, what would your dream job be like? Think about that. What would your dream job be like? Most people are scared to dream big. I definitely was. And whenever I have a new coach sign up on my team, it's scary to think to dream big of what you would want your life to be like for you and your family. It's scary to walk away from a stable 9-to-5 job because it pays well, no matter how miserable you are. Does it sound like you? I sure hope it doesn't. I really hope it doesn't. But if it does, I would highly recommend looking into coaching, okay? So who is Beachbody? I think some people have this weird connotation about what Beachbody coaching is, and maybe you've seen a coach who is plastering Beachbody stuff all over her page, and you're like, oh my gosh, you're annoying. Just stop that, Or maybe some other MLMs that you see, like It Works or Herbalife or something, where it's just sales constantly on their page and you end up having to defriend them or block them or whatever. That's not what we preach on our team. We preach being yourself and sharing what you're doing, sharing your results, no matter where you are at with your lifestyle and your goals to lose weight or gain weight or whatever they are. So who is Beachbody? Beachbody has created, P90X. That's a very well-known name. I can usually, if someone's never heard of Beachbody, if I say P90X or Insanity, they're like, oh, yep, I've seen those infomercials. The most recent, I think 2 years ago, 21 Day Fix came out. That's a huge infomercial right now. They created Shakeology and so many other amazing programs. They just keep coming up with more and more stuff. And it's exciting to join as a coach right now because Beachbody actually is just creating, we did Beachbody on Demand, which is you can live stream your workouts from anywhere, your phone, your iPad, your computer, a smart TV. We just started that a couple months ago, but they keep adding more and more to that database, as well as we have a new program that comes out in March with Tony Horton, who created P90X, and it's called 22-minute hard corp. And it's focused, if you haven't looked, I highly recommend looking it up on YouTube. It's just 22-min, like MIN, hard corp. And it's focused on military training, but it's a short workout. I think it's 22 minutes, obviously. But it's focused on doing moves on a beat, which is going to be really awesome. And the other cool thing about signing up right now is that Beachbody is giving brand new coaches who qualify free tickets to our summit. So if you've been following a coach for a while, you may have seen them go to Summit last year. If you've been following me, I've been there the last couple of years. It's just a huge party, and they have it in Nashville, Tennessee in the summer of 2016, and you can earn your ticket there to be able to work out with the live trainers, meet our team, learn from the top coaches as to how you can be successful. So I want to get a little bit into my story. How did I get involved in coaching? I originally heard about Beachbody when I was a junior in college. I was super young. I was teaching spin at the University of Toledo and heard about coaching, and I was like, sales. No, I don't want that. I was going to get my degree in nutrition, and I was like, I want to help people. I want to impact people's lives. I want to help them be healthy. I don't want to be selling products, and I didn't think twice about it. I just said, no, it's not for me. And then about 2 years later, it was like a year and a half later, I graduated from college. I didn't get into a dietetic internship, unfortunately, which was really tough for me. So I had to move back in with my parents in Toledo, Ohio, and I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. And my mom said, how about you go back and get your master's in public health nutrition, which I don't really know why I did that. Honestly, at the time, it was like, okay, I have nothing else to do. I might as well go back to school, which I look back and I'm like, why did I do that? But, I did go back to school. It held off my student loans for a little longer. And I met my now upline coach, Janelle Summers. And, she had built this amazing business with Beachbody. And I heard, those fears from before of, oh my God, sales. And when I got to know her, and I don't know if you guys follow Janelle Summers on Facebook, she's amazing, like one of the best coaches in the entire company, and so genuine and down to earth. And she's like the top earner in the entire company. But she showed me that there was so much more to coaching than just sales. You're impacting people by sharing your results, by sharing what you're doing. And not only does that help them and inspire them, but it helps you stay on your A game. We just had Super Bowl, so maybe you fell a little off track. I know I ate way too many paleo chocolate chip cookies. And I knew that Monday I had to hop back on track because I run a fitness business, and it's normal to fall off track, but you have to focus on getting back on. And that's real life. People enjoy that, okay? So at the time that I heard about coaching, I didn't even have enough money to afford going to the gym. I was living with my parents without any rent, and I didn't have any money. So I signed up as a coach just as a discount coach because I saw Janelle being such an amazing mentor to her team and the amazing people on that team. And I thought, you know what? If I'm going to lose this weight, I was 30 pounds overweight at the time and had very low self-esteem. I said, I need to surround myself with positive, uplifting people to hit this goal. And I did. I surrounded myself with these amazing coaches. My best friend, Liza, I met, who was also on her weight loss journey. I was able to lose the 30 pounds after incorporating Turbo Jam. I don't know if you guys know Turbo Jam, but it's old school turbo kick type stuff, cardio kickboxing, which is really fun. But I did Turbo Jam and I added in Shakeology, and which was so funny because being a nutrition degree, you're very weird about food. Like you got to make sure it's all perfect. And I had all these people coming at me with different protein drinks and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm not touching them. And when she came to me with Shakeology, because my results had stopped at 15 pounds, Janelle said, why don't you just try Shakeology? It'll help you kind of curb your cravings because I'm a huge sweets lover. And it actually helped. It helped me control my cravings for sweets. I agreed with all of the ingredients. I have a lot of people ask, well, it's not organic. The ingredients don't come from somewhere where you need organic stuff. Unfortunately, in Toledo, or not Toledo, but the US, we have all these GMOs and pesticides. From where we're getting these ingredients, they don't have that stuff. So no worries about it not being organic. But that was really a huge fuel for the rest of my weight loss. And I lost the 30 pounds. I continued to just be a discount coach for about 7 months because I kept looking at what other coaches were doing. And I thought, God, I could never do that. I could never be successful at this. And then finally, I had my aha moment when I met someone who was just a genuine, down-to-earth person who was doing an amazing job with her business. And she signed up right at the same time as me. And she was killing it. And I thought, God, if she's doing it, why can't I do it? And I can totally, make this business something that's amazing for me and my future family. I wasn't even dating my husband at the time, but I had that dream that I wanted to have, a different lifestyle for my family. And so when I decided to really go all the way in, I never looked back, and that was about 2010. And, I was like, okay, I'm going to figure this business out. And I think a lot of people think it's really complicated. And I thought it was super complicated. And I overcomplicated things for the next year. And then finally, when, my coach told me, keep things simple, that's when it really took off. I started making a really decent living at this. And I was just finishing my master's, had my first full-time job at a local YMCA. I was their exercise manager, which I thought, this is my dream job. I get to just work out all day and talk to people about fitness. Like my office was in the gym, and so I was surrounded by people who were working out all the time, and I hated it. I had to deal with a lot of the negative side of things, and I didn't just get to work out all day, and then if my instructors didn't show up, I did have to work out all day because I would have to teach classes that I had no idea what to do, and I hit a turning point in, I think it was the end of 2011, and I was making probably around $500 on my business, just, getting started. So what could $500 a week do for you, and my coaches make that a lot faster than what I did. It doesn't take them 3 years to get that. I have coaches making that within the first couple of weeks of signing up as a coach, but it's all about what you want to get out of this business. And I said, you know what, I'm going to make this my full-time job. I'm going to go all in 100%. I'm going to be serious about this. I'm going to treat it like $1 million business, like it is. And from that point, I was able to quit my first full-time job in May of 2012. So it's almost 4 years. And our team finished number 11 that year out of, I think at that time it was 150,000 coaches, just by helping people every single month get healthy. I think a lot of people think you got to sell a lot of stuff and you got to push it on people and do that and do that. No, we shoot to help 3 people every single month get started on their health journey. That's it. If you can inspire 3 people to get up off their booty and start working out and fitting it into their lifestyle instead of having to go out in the gym. I don't know about you guys, but we got a ton of snow out there. And I would not want to have to truck to the gym and then get back to feed my baby. Luckily, I can just go down in the basement and work out and then have everything right there without getting nice and cold. So just help 3 people every single month move forward. That is how you create a decent living out of this. And so like I said, we were making about $500 when I quit my job. About 6 months later, I was making $1,000 a week. And then from there, it just continued to grow like crazy. In 2013, we were making $5,000 a week, 2014, $10,000 a week, 2015, $15,000. And then, right now we're averaging between $15,000 and $17,000 per week. Now, I know that sounds amazing. And I might have some people who are like, what? Like, that's not real. That's not even possible. I was the same way when I first signed up. And my goal was not to make money. It was just to have people support me to lose weight, and then as I continue to get more and more passionate about this business and wanting to help more and more people, it's addicting when you have people actually losing weight and thanking you for it. It's like, I want to help more people. That's where it happens. And as you help your team continue to grow. One of my coaches was asking me, so is that your business, just your business alone, or your husband's and yours? It's just my business alone that's making that. And that's normal, guys, for coaches who go all in with their businesses. Okay, those coaches who are really serious and want to make this a full-time income, their income is insane. And, you don't have to spend 1 million hours per week on it. When I was first getting started, I was spending about, 4 or 5 hours a day. Now, having a newborn, and because of what I've created before and the systems that we have on our team, I only have to put in maybe 2 or 3 hours, and those are split up. When you have a newborn, you can sit down for 15 minutes and get up, and then have to come back. So if you do have that kind of situation where you have a newborn baby or a little little ones at home or a crazy schedule, we'll help you fit it in. You don't have to sit down for 3 hours straight and do things. And we've taken all of the guesswork out. We have an amazing set of trainings to be able to help you reach the goals that you want to with this business. So, yes, our team has been able to grow like crazy. Like I said, we were number 11 in 2012. We were in the top 10 in 2013. And then for the past 4 years in the top 30, which is pretty awesome, to say the least. And we also became a $1 million earning team in 2015. That's like a tongue twister, which means that over the last 6.5 years, but really only 4 serious, we have been able to, as a team, make over $1 million in income. It's insane. So that was never my goal, to make the money, but it just happens when you are helping people. If you help more people, you make more money. For those of you sitting there, if thinking, is this for me? I don't think I could really do this. What's the worst thing that could happen? Seriously, what's the worst thing that could happen? You sign up and you decide, you know what, this is not for me. And you quit, and you have no repercussions. You don't get charged anything for quitting. The best thing that could happen is you realize that this is exactly what you need in your life. This is exactly what you were looking for. I know for me, I really needed that positive environment. I kind of left this out, but I was in a very negative relationship at the time when I first started coaching. And luckily he broke up with me. And it's not my husband. And I needed those girls. I needed those people to help pull me out of a very negative time in my life. And your team becomes your family. They become the people that you talk to more than, most people. Like, I think I talk to my coaches more than I talk to my parents sometimes, which is crazy. And there's nothing like better to know that you're making an impact in the world. My new coaches, when they first sign up, and it's kind of that scary feeling, I always get a message from the ones who really want to work this, and they say, you know what, this is exactly what I was missing. This is like, I feel excited and fulfilled and energized about this because I'm impacting other people. And there's nothing better that when you get that first message, when someone looks at you and says, because of you, because of your post, I went out and walked today, or I started eating healthier, I did this, I did that. That's the best feeling ever, to know that because of your actions, by having a healthier lifestyle and sharing that with people, you're helping other people become healthier, because we need our health, guys, especially in our world right now. We need to help more people get healthy. Okay, so looking back at the last 6.5 years as a coach, I know even more that God put this into my life for a reason, and that I'm not done. I still have so many people that I want to help, so many coaches that I want to help be able to create this life of freedom with their families, to be able to be home with their babies, to be able to retire their husbands, to be able to get out of debt free. Whatever your goals are, that's what I want to help you do. And if you're someone who is already posting about workouts on Facebook, hello, you're pretty much a coach right there. Even if you say I'm going out running, or I went to CrossFit, or I went to Orange Theory, or whatever you're doing, workouts are what matter. We don't always just stick to Beachbody programs. I do, just because I love them. But I have, my top coach goes to CrossFit. My upline goes to CrossFit, but they also do Beachbody programs. So I want you to know what's possible with this business. Okay. I was just a normal girl from Toledo, Ohio, who was able to take a passion and really turn it into something bigger. And my story is just one of many success stories with Beachbody. If you go out and, YouTube Beachbody success stories, you're going to see so many different stories that make you cry. Mine's not really a tearjerker, but there are stories of people who were rock bottom, and have had this business come in and completely change their world for the better. Okay. And I do recommend looking that up so you can kind of get a feel for it. Okay. So for me personally, the last 4 years of really working the business and treating it like a business, my life is way better than I ever could have imagined. And it didn't really hit me completely until I had my newborn, until I had Tenley. And I'm going to try not to cry, but when I had her, and to be able to, we went through a pretty rough time in the hospital, and our bill was very high, couple weeks worth of me having to work, if you can do that math in your head. And we were in the hospital for, 5 or 6 days. And my team, they held things together for me. And they sent me inspiring texts and everything throughout that. And when we got that bill in the mail, and, obviously our insurance wasn't able to cover the whole thing, we were able to just write a check, and say, okay, we're able to take care of that right now. And we were able to, pay off our mortgage. We were able to, and we've only been in this house for 2.5 years. We were able to pay off my student loans that were over $80,000. We were able to buy our car with cash. And right now we're playing around with the idea of building our dream house, which, it's on my dream board, but I did not think that would be something that would be possible at 29 years old. And those are all things that just come along by helping people. Okay, so we all have that opportunity, but it's up to you to take that leap of faith and actually do it. I know it's scary, guys. Believe me, I fought it for so long because I was like, I don't want to be a salesperson. But you know what? It could change your world. It could completely change your world. Okay, so let's talk about like the nitty-gritty stuff about coaching, like the details, okay? So as a coach, you get 25% commission on all sales from your website. Okay, so, say someone sees Sarah working out and says, you know what, I want to do 21-day fix with you. And they purchase a 21-day fix challenge pack that comes with Shakeology and 30-day supply of, 30-day free access to live streaming their workouts and the meal plan and the Tupperware and the workouts. They get that for, right now, this month, $140, but it's usually $160. They get all of that stuff, and you make 25% commission on that. Okay, pretty awesome. Okay, team cycle bonus. That's paid weekly, and this can be very lucrative if you decide to build a team and to be a part of doing the team cycle bonus. It's only 2 personally sponsored coaches underneath you. Okay, and so when I say we make $15,000 a week, it's not because I'm selling a ton of those challenge packs that I just talked about. It's because my team is doing well working together, okay? And that's where that team cycle bonus comes in. I also encourage you to Google or YouTube team cycle bonus Beachbody, and you'll see how that works, okay? There's nothing shady about it. And there's never any pressure to make sales or increase a rank or no sales quota at all. The cool thing is that this is your business, okay? You set the goals. You set what you want to do with it. You set your hours. I'm just here to help you, and the coach that you sign up with is here to help you so that we can match your goals with what you need to do with the business, okay? And if you want to work the business, then that's great. If not right now, that's okay. You can just benefit from the 25% discount, which is what I actually did for a while because I was drinking the Shakeology and I didn't believe in myself. And I have people who do that. They just sign up, they're still on their journey. They're not quite comfortable working it as a business, or their life is way too crazy or whatever, but they want to be able to save them the 25% on Shakeology monthly because they love it. But something I want to make sure I mention is you do not have to be at your goal weight to be able to do amazing things with this business. I've gone up and down with my weight. And actually, while I was pregnant, I gained 27 pounds, and my business boomed more than ever because, as I was gaining weight, I was sharing with people how I was being healthy throughout my pregnancy, which is so important. And people followed that journey. Also, when I had a lot of health issues the year before, I wasn't gaining any weight, or I wasn't losing any weight. I was actually gaining weight, and I wasn't pregnant. And my business still was growing because people were watching my journey and how I was dealing with those health issues. So being part of our team, you benefit from all of our monthly, we do monthly team calls. My upline, Janelle Summers, does weekly team calls. She gets the top people in the company on to share their top tips. You get on the National Wake Up Call, which is a weekly training from Beachbody, where they also get the top coaches on to share their tips. And everything's recorded, okay? So if you're like me and you have a crazy lifestyle and you're like, there's no way I'll be able to get on at 11 a.m. EST every single week, you can just watch the recording or listen to the recording. Another great thing that I love about Beachbody, and I'm almost done, guys, I promise. Another thing I love about Beachbody is you don't have to stock products, okay? I hear about a lot of companies, like these jewelry companies and stuff like that, that you have to stock products, you have to mail things, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to deal with the customers. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Customer service stuff, if someone has an issue, you send it to Beachbody. They take care of it. You don't have to send anything out. I'm a horrible person at mailing stuff, like horrible. I hate the post office, and that would have been a huge game changer for me if I had to do that. It wouldn't happen. So it's so nice that Beachbody sends out everything, okay? And there's no need to do the home parties. You can if you want to, but it's not necessary. And that's something that I don't like to do either. I like to I'm a little bit of a homebody. I like to be home, usually doesn't have makeup or anything on. I'm going shopping after. That's why I did this. But just sit at my computer and work. And that's what most coaches do. And you'll have a huge support system from our team, from other coaches' teams, everything, we've been through everything together, not just fitness and losing weight and all that stuff, but divorces, separations, kids getting sick. And we're there to help and support each other through that, okay? And the positive things like getting married and having babies and stuff like that. And if you're wanting to get signed up right now, the sign-up fee is $39.95. Just for your startup fee, and you get 4 websites that Beachbody sets up everything. Within like a half hour of signing up, you have everything set up for you right there. It's pretty awesome. You just slip your picture on there and you're good to go, and people can order, immediately from you. You also would pay $15.95 per month for those websites. So they keep them up to date. When new products come out, when discounts happen, when they have sales, they change all of that for you. Okay, so $15.95 per month, but you also get free access to a slew of personal development stuff. And here's my puppy. But personal development stuff that can help you better yourself. And that's a huge thing that we focus on. Now, if you're a military spouse, okay, or a wounded veteran, you could just sign up for free, completely free, okay? You don't have to pay the $15.95. You don't have to do the $39.95, anything. And this is the last thing. If you've bought a challenge pack in the past, who cares if it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you still get the coaching fee waived. So say that you bought that challenge pack bundle and you were in your coach's challenge group and you decide, hey, I want to sign up as a coach because I want the discount, or because I want to pay it forward and help more people because they keep asking me what I'm doing and I'm getting these results and I want to be able to make some money off of it and help them. You get to get that $39.95 waived. You'd still pay the $15.95 per month, but you get the $40 fee waived. That's pretty awesome. So, guys, I am done. Make sure you connect with your coach who invited you on this, okay? And talk to them about more questions. If you have deeper questions and you want to connect with me, you can always reach out to me, Meg Wiczynski on Facebook. Thank you so much for giving me, 28 minutes of your time on this afternoon. And I look forward to having you on Team Fit Addicted. I love our team. If you would have asked me 6.5 years ago if I would have created this kind of culture and team where everyone's there supporting each other and loving each other, I would have thought you were crazy. But it really has happened, and we're all, there for each other and love each other, and you will be able to fire your boss if that's what you want to do. We'll help you get to that point. Okay, so guys, have a wonderful afternoon, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.